Before we start, there are a few things that I have to say. Firstly, we'll be talking more or less about suicide, self-harm, and other related things. I will be censoring all the visual stuff and try to avoid the details while getting on the topic, but it still may disturb you. Please take care of yourself. And if you feel like you can relate to situations that are described in the video, seek for help. Tell someone about it. You can also check the hotline numbers that I've put in the description. It's all here to help you. Also, we'll be discussing a huge part of Missed Messages plot, so if you'd like to play it yourself without any spoilers, please do so before watching this video. It's really worth it, and I think you will understand what I'm talking about more if you experience it yourself. It's free on Steam and takes like no time to install, but if you don't have your computer with you, you can watch full, no commentary playthrough on my channel. Link is in the description. So please go watch it and then come back to this video, okay? Of course, if you don't have time for that, I'll explain everything later, but I still highly recommend you going through it yourself. It's worth it. Messages is a game about being a good friend and doing the good work. No! It's a game about fantasizing about being that friend. It's a game embodied of staying all night just thinking about someone important to you that's currently facing mental health issues and just going through all the scenarios. It's a game that is built on the simple and yet so hard to answer question. What if I was with him or her that night? What if I had replied to that call? What if I had checked on her from time to time? It's painful. It's just so fucking painful. While I was playing this game, I couldn't focus on anything else. I was in pain so deep that every other emotion just couldn't break out into my mind's surface. It's a game that is so relatable and honest about the stuff that it's talking about that I feel kind of terrified. Cause it was me, my exact feelings and situation presented in the form of some stupid, short, free game that I've stumbled upon one day. I won't be going too deep, it's not an analysis of any sort, it's just my honest opinion about this masterpiece. Or piece of crap. I don't even know how to feel about it, to be completely honest with you guys. I have no clue, and I think that you don't have either. This game is dealing with something, with a feeling, with a situation that's one of the scariest things that could ever happen in someone's life. That missed messages thing. If you don't want to play it yourself, I'll go and briefly explain it to you. We have three important characters, two roommates and friends, protagonist and Maya, that have been kind of losing touch with each other lately. And Amy, stranger that protagonist can decide to meet. The whole gameplay is just you, protagonist, choosing things that you do or words that come out of your mouth. The game has 4 endings in general, however, I'll be going over just 2 of them. First, quick summary. Then I'll go to what I really want to talk about. And what is, for me, the actual message. The first ending is titled simply as Missed. You are sitting at home, chilling, and just putting away all the work that you have to do. And then, from nowhere, you receive a message from a stranger. She sends you a meme, you can respond with the same thing, or start chatting with her. After a while, you two decide to meet up, spend some time together, and talk. It's all going great. At the end, she gives you a goodbye kiss, and everything seems fantastic. But you had your phone turned off the whole time to save some battery life. And when you check it on your way home, you realize that Maya, this whole time, was sending you some really concerning messages. You quickly run back and try to get to her room, But it seems it's too late. She left a note that you should just call the police and don't come in. Yeah, she killed herself while you were away. You could have prevented this from happening. Of course you could. But you haven't. And now, she's dead. There's no coming back. Unless you just press one button and go straight to the main menu. You can start all over again, like nothing happened. The second route starts with you waking up from a nightmare from previous ending. It was just a dream, but it left you with a sense of dread. And of course, you, player, have knowledge. You have all the knowledge. So, you stay inside, ignore Amy's messages, and drop everything to try to talk to Maya. You hear her having an unpleasant fight with her mother over the phone, so you offer her hanging out to help her forget about it. You do talk. She reveals some of her problems. She tells you that she's depressed and suicidal. You, the player, already know that. But for the protagonist, it's shocking and worrying. Of course it is. Her friend just told her that she's suicidal. And she did that in the time when the two of them were drifting apart from each other. You talk for a few hours, then she leaves and goes to the bathroom. You go there too and find out that she's self-harming. You give her a warm hug and there you go. You've unlocked a happy ending, simply called hope. You two go to find the right therapist for her. You make sure that she's okay, and she responds with thankfulness and a big smile on her face. You two have made it, past all the obstacles and tough decisions. I want to be happy for them. I want to feel satisfied and pleased. But I can't. I feel fucking scared. I feel teardrops running down my face as I'm writing this. The beauty of this game, that ability to just rewind time and change things up, is something that makes reality look and seem infinitely more painful and awful. Because reality is not a game. You can't just go back and don't miss those important messages. I, at the same time, completely love and absolutely despise this game for its message. It wants you to look closer, to ask that one more question before you leave your room, to sometimes just say something nice to someone for no reason. It wants you to be with that someone. It wants you to not miss those messages. But sometimes you just simply can't. You don't know from where, when, or in what form this would come. And you can't be looking for them all the time. If you like it or not, you will miss some of them as life goes on, no matter what you do. And just thinking about it is terrifying to me. Right now, one of my friends could be trying to reach out to me, wanting to talk about something important, maybe even try to contact me as their last cry for help. And my notifications are turned off because I don't want to get distracted while writing. It could realistically happen, and if so, I couldn't just reset and start all over, knowing this and having a key that will let me save everything. No. I'll just have to live with that knowledge that maybe I could have prevented this from happening. Live and try to accept this, even if it seems impossible. When I first played this game 2 years ago, I considered the hope ending as canon. But now, I think that the only canon route is missed, because it was inevitable, because death and tragedy happening in our poor lives are inevitable. You will face it at some time, and there is no point in trying to distract ourselves from this feeling by blindly believing in happy endings. Cause realistically, there are no happy endings. Everyone at some point just dies. Everything at some point goes down. And that is okay. And that's what truly matters in this sick world. Dying, not escaping from it. No, just staring at it, dead in the face, and saying, I know that you exist. That is important, and that is the message that I wouldn't want you to miss. Death exists, and there's no escape from it. Okay? It will hurt, you will fall on your knees and cover your face, trying to resist tears. Or just break and let the tears all flow, because there's no point in trying to resist them. All of you will fall, staring at the coffin of someone you love. All of you. And that's okay. And most importantly, that's not your fault. No matter what you do, you will face that bad ending. These are, unfortunately, the rules keeping this world going. You just have to accept that. It's hard, it's impossible. I know that I ask you to do something that you just can't. I know. Trying to accept death is as ugly and painful as death itself. It's extremely hard and painful, but inevitable. But, you know, you won't ever be alone in that falling on your knees. I am scared, you are scared, we all are. And there's no point in trying to hide that. Show that. Cry like I did. Cry and refuse to accept that, like I did. Lay on your back staring at the ceiling and feeling absolutely empty and hopeless, like I did. Like we all did, or will do at some point. Just do it. Don't try to hide your feelings behind some stupid forced positivity. When shit goes down, and no fake smile or persistently trying to convince yourself that's okay will fix that. Death is slowly creeping towards you and all your close ones. Of course you won't smile and try to resist the tears. That's okay. It's all okay. Swallow the pill. Stare the ugly truth right in the face. Think about it. But, you know, at some point, try to reach out to someone. Just talk to somebody, okay? It's hard, but like I told you, you don't have to do this alone. Reply to your friend's message that you've been ignoring for hours or even days. Reach out to that one girl that you enjoy talking with but never really get the opportunity. Call that friend who drifted away from you since you've moved away last summer. Or if you don't like any of this, go online and approach some strangers. Go to comment section of this video, to your favorite meme page, to that subreddit about turtles that you scroll from time to time. Talk to somebody, even if you two will exchange just 2 words. It's worth it. Death is inevitable. Someday, you will be isolated by 4 wooden planks that your coffin will be made of, for sure. So there's no reason in isolating yourself today. At that moment, death will come, but it's not here in this exact moment. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy the company of your friends. Enjoy even the most insignificant interactions that you have with people. That's the lesson I want you to take from this video. Death exists, and it's not your fault. So don't you dare blame yourself for anything. Blame the world around you, but not yourself. cry and think about the hopelessness of it all. But don't isolate yourself. Reach out, talk, smile, tell somebody your stupidest joke you've ever came up with. Because death exists. And it's okay.
Hi, I'm Szymon and I'm the creator of this channel. I'm the one who wrote this video and I'm the one who's currently editing it. And I just wanted to hop at the end of this video and say thank you. Thank you to all of you that made it that far to this video, that have watched it all, that have listened to what I had to say. It really means a lot to me. It really is. And I really want to thank my friend Grzegorz for making a voiceover to this video, for reading the script that I wrote. Yeah, just thank you.